Imagine this. Russia, once the world's second biggest arms dealer, is suddenly on the ropes. Not long ago, Russian weapons found their way to nearly every corner of the globe. But since the war in Ukraine kicked off, Russia's arms exports have nosedived by a jaw-dropping 92%. That's not a typo. From almost $15 billion in 2021 to less than $1 billion projected for 2024. So, what's going on? And who's stepping up to fill that gap? Let's rewind for a second. Russia's customers fell into four camps: countries avoiding US influence, nations under Western sanctions, buyers looking for a bargain, and those wanting fewer strings attached. Iran, for example, preferred Russian gear because it kept them out of Washington's orbit. Others couldn't get Western weapons at all. And for years, the price was right. But now, things have changed. First, sanctions. The US and its allies have locked down Russia's ability to trade, cutting off access to crucial components and making payments risky or impossible. Second, the war. Russia's using just about everything it can build or source for its own military exports are an afterthought. Add in supply chain chaos, and you've got a perfect storm. Even Indian companies have been sanctioned just for their steel ending up in Russian missiles. That shows how complicated and dangerous it's become to do business with Moscow. So, who's ready to take Russia's spot? China seems like an obvious choice. They can churn out weapons at scale and deliver fast. That's appealing, especially for countries in a hurry. But there's a catch-trust. During recent India-Pakistan clashes, Pakistan's Chinese-made gear just didn't deliver. Missiles were intercepted, air bases hit, air defenses dismantled, all with Indian systems. That's left a real dent in China's reputation. Now look at India. Over the last few years, India's domestic defense industry has exploded. Private giants like Reliance, Tata, and Adani are teaming up with national stalwarts like DRDO and HAL. The result? India's not just making weapons for itself, it's getting ready to supply the world. And here's the kicker. Indian arms are seen as reliable, tested against real threats, and designed for modern conflict. That's something buyers notice. Partnership matters too. Take the BrahMos missile project, a joint venture between India and Russia. When India sells BrahMos, Russia gets a cut, and that's a partnership Russia actually likes. Unlike China, which is notorious for copying Russian tech without asking. So here's what's happening. Countries that used to rely on Russia are looking for new partners. India is stepping in, offering trustworthy tech, proven in real battles, and a partnership model that even Russia prefers. The arms market is changing. And India, it's right at the center of the action. That's the story. If you want more sharp takes on global shifts like this, you know what to do. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.